Hi Chris, good session of the day. Hope you found it helpful. Hopefully with a bit of practice we'll see the scores coming down on the golf course. Just to run through a couple of things we mentioned in the lesson now. First, you want the shaft to be just leaning just toward the target. Your tendency would have the shaft a little bit leaning back, and that's going to make it very difficult now to get a good strike and sort of compress the golf ball. You'll generally find your contact now will be a little bit sort of slappy, not really getting sort of full momentum with the strike, obviously losing direction and distance. The other thing we said to focus on now from the top of the backswing is just to get your body moving a bit more effectively. Now if we look at this one on the left hand side, as we said, it's very marginal. You're still making a good turn on the top of the backswing. As we come back to the golf ball now, not so much rotation, therefore there's a little bit of a rising up through the golf ball. As we finish the swing now, we're not really getting those hips fully through. You can see there as we just sort of start trying to swing the club through and finish the follow through, the hips are still sort of pointing in an angled position. That right foot hasn't really come off the ground as much. There's a gap between the knee. Now if we compare that to your better move, once the shaft was further forward and you focused on that hip rotating, we can rotate a lot more effectively. Similar position now with the club, we can see the knees have come together more, the hips are fully rotating. If we go right the way through, you can see a much fuller rotation. Right toe now completely up on there with the right foot. That right hip now is fully rotated. Compare that to this one here now. As we said, we zoomed in. It's very small margins, but enough in the game of golf to make a difference. If we say look at where your hip pocket has finished there in comparison to there, in terms of your full rotation, we've gone from there to there. So there's a good sort of 4, 5, 6 inches extra range of motion through the golf ball there, and that's going to really help us get a better strike on the golf ball, added to the fact that the shaft was a little bit more leaning forward. Those two things there with a bit more hip turn and a bit more shaft lean will just start giving us the better strike that we're looking for. So hope they all make sense. Any questions, obviously give me a shout and I'll catch up with you soon.